Hello and welcome back to part 2 of this book, The Fifth Mountain, Paulo Coelho. I was not too happy with my last video, so I decided to do a second one. Yes, we were talking a little bit about the themes of this book, and I was talking also about, I was reading some parts to you. I'm not going to read the entire parts to you again, but we want to talk about typical twin flame motives that are in this book, The Fifth Mountain. And I want to read a little part that I didn't read last time. So here we go. The widow smiled, her eyes shone, and he saw for the first time that she was beautiful. She was at least 10 years older than he, but at that moment he felt great tenderness for her. He was not accustomed to such sentiments, and he was filled with fear. We do have the typical, or it is a common motive, the twin flame age gap. I have 2 videos on that. You can check them out in the Twin Flame 101 playlist. One is more in general, and one is what happens if the feminine is older. And that is something we have in this book. I mean, he says she was at least 10 years older than him. If I'm not mistaken, he is 23 years old. Let me check. Yes, Elijah, the protagonist of this book, the story is about him, and most of all is from his perspective. We have some changes of perspectives now and then. It is not the I narration, it is an authorial narration, so there is some instant that is telling his story, but sometimes there is a switch on the perception. Sometimes it is out of the perspective, I want to say, not perception, of one of the other characters, but mostly it is about Elijah and his journey. He is a prophet and he is on a mission to save, you could say, his country, and also as a prophet to bring the one God out to the world instead of the several gods that were there before. So it's basically monotheism instead of the polytheism, you know, many gods versus one God. And for that reason he is persecuted and he has to flee his own country. And then he finds this widow where he hides. And as we said, she is at least 10 years older. And there is this soul recognition, even though it may not be instant in this case, because she is a little bit scared of the person. There is rumors that there is some kind of prophet and that soldiers are looking for that prophet in order to execute him. And she decides to hide him anyway. We do have some outside influences in this journey, something we do have in twin flame journeys as well, that there is some outside factors that is against this connection. In this book it is not against this connection per se, but he has to move to another country, so he is a foreigner, which is another typical twin flame topic. And many twin flames, not all of them of course, they do come from different cultures. They may have age differences like we have, they may have religious differences, we do have that here as well. Some don't even speak the same language when they first meet. It's a while since I've read this book. I think he speaks her language, but it's not his native tongue or something like that. But there is major differences going on, so very typical for twin flames. Then I just want to talk about the part I read in the last video. If you have not checked out part 1, then please go back to do so. And I started with his perception on, or his perspective. He's talking to his personal angel, maybe his guardian angel. It is not called guardian angel, but it is his personal protective angel. And he says to his personal angel, "My soul is in danger." The angel said nothing. Elijah was in doubt about continuing the conversation, but for now it was too late. He could not call him forth for no reason. "When I'm with that woman, I don't feel good." "Just the opposite," answered the angel, "and that disturbs you because thou came to love her." Elijah felt ashamed, for the angel knew his soul. "Love is dangerous," he said. "Very," replied the angel. "And so?" He suddenly disappeared. We do have, we cannot say divine masculine at this point. We do have the distorted masculine who's noticing, oh my God, I do have this bond to that person. I do have feelings for that person, but these emotions I feel, of course, also imply that I could get hurt. So he's fighting his feelings for a while. I didn't find the part of the feminine. I unfortunately took out my little note stickers last time, so I skimmed through it. I couldn't find it, but in the last video, I mean, read it to you. She said something like, okay, I can love him even though I don't have to tell him. I can just be there for him even though I don't have to like suffocate him. So she's a little bit more in the divine energy at this point. She's accepting this love, but still she's not trying to overpower or manipulate him. She's getting into the flow state. We do have the typical dynamic of the masculine fighting this connection or the emotions at one point. I mean, I'm not going to spoiler you if he's learning to open up, if they get their union or not. You will have to read that book by yourself. That is not what a book review is. I'm not going to give you the end. I'm just going to give you the different topics. And since this channel is a lot about divine counterparts, but generally spirituality, of course I want to focus on the twin flame aspects that we do find in this book, and obviously they're there. So if you're looking for literature on twin flames, this would be one of the books. We have 2 more by the same author, Paulo Coelho, I'm going to record next, and you will see those in the following week. So make sure you subscribe to my channel to see what I have to say about those books. If you want to get this book, then please use the link below. I will get a small commission if you use it. And I hope you enjoy this book. If you've already read it, please leave your comments. Let's start a little discussion about twin flame books. Maybe you know some twin flame stories as well that I could read and present to you some other time. However, this playlist is not just going to be about twin flame books or movies, but also about books and movies about spirituality in general. And not all of them are going to be fiction books. Some of them will be more like non-fiction books. Anyway, I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and yeah, follow me for the next review. And I see you then. Now, bye bye.